Hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to my Let's Play of Dark Souls 2. Oh yes, I'm going to be playing in Dark Souls 2 and we are going to be having so much fun. For those who don't know what Dark Souls is, or any of the Souls games, Demon's Soul, Dark Souls 1, 2 and 3, and I guess technically Bloodborne, these games are excellent games. They are quite long. They are expansive, there's lots of lore and lots of things that you can find. They are beautiful games. And they're quite hard. And they are going to make you cry. And scream. Most likely you are going to be swearing a lot. And there's a distinct possibility that you're going to be throwing stuff. Most likely your controller at something. Like a wall or out of the window or something. So, if you're going to be playing this game, I advise you to play this in a padded room with soft white walls and a team of doctors to look that you don't go mad. So yes, Dark Souls 2. I am not new in the Souls series. I have played both Demon's Soul and Dark Souls 1 through before, so I know what I'm doing. I haven't played Dark Souls 2 though, so this is going to be a semi-blind playthrough because I do know something about the game, and since I have played Dark Souls before, I kinda know how the things work, so there's going to be less surprises, but I don't know everything about this game. I don't know most of the game, let's say that. I made a test character, and I played 3.5 hours. I made it to the first boss and beat him, so that's pretty much how much I know about the game and where it ends. After that, I don't know where to go and what to do. But yeah, I did this because I don't want the first few episodes to be boring, me just trying to find out where do I need to go. So just for that, I made it to the first boss. So without further ado, let's go and start Dark Souls 2. And I'm going to be playing online, so there's that too. I'm going to explain more later.
Perhaps you've seen it. Maybe in a dream. A murky, forgotten land. A place where souls may mend your ailing mind. You will lose everything. Once branded, the symbol of the curse, an augur of darkness. Your past, your future, your very light. None will have meaning, and you won't even care. By then, you'll be something other than human. A thing that feeds on souls, a hollow. Long ago, in a walled-off land far to the north, a great king built a great kingdom. I believe they called it Drang Lake. Perhaps you're familiar. No, how could you be? But one day, you will stand before its decrepit gate without really knowing why. like a moth drawn to a flame. Your wings will burn in anguish, time after time. For that is your fate, the fate of the cursed.
So, things are off to a good start. We are an undead, or cursed. I guess she didn't say that we are undead, but yes, that's what we are. And we have already jumped into a well of souls, which is always a good idea, I assure you. Whenever you find a well of souls, jump into it. It's going to be fine, trust me. So yes, this is Dark Souls. No, Dark Souls 2. It's quite a pretty game, and I am going to try to see if I can record in 60 FPS. So let's hope that my new and powerful computer can actually do that. It should. I tested this a few times, as I said, with the other character, so it seems that everything is fine, but I don't know if there's going to be... Well, in the first game there was this area called Blighttown that really tanked your FPS, just for whatever reason, so hopefully there is no such area in this game, but if there is, then I probably need to lower the settings so that my computer can actually handle it. There's few items that you can collect right from the beginning. And some, I guess, monkeys? I don't know what those are, but some kind of creatures running around. We don't need to worry about them. Also, there's this place that you can go, but I need a weapon first before going there. I suppose you can hit with your fists, but... I mean... Yeah, if you want to kill that thing with your fists, go right ahead. I will look from here. But once we have a weapon, yes, we can do it. I actually tested it and it's not that difficult. Also, I may... you know what, why not? As soon as I get my weapon, I'm going to try if I can do it. Again, I mean. So we have a stone, a small and silky stone, and a really large waterfall. Actually, I might even do this. Yeah, that's probably better. And more exposition incoming.
What seems to be the ruckus?
Oh my, your face. The face of the curse. It's an undead. An undead has come to play. They all end up here. All the ones like you. You spoke to that kind old dear, didn't you?
You're finished. You'll go hollow. Yes, you'll become one of them.
Hollows prey upon men, feast upon their souls. This is the fate of the cursed.
What is your name?
Well, my name, of course, is Trixter. Yes, I am sure this is my name.
At least you know your own name.
Well, I mean, it isn't that surprising.
For sharing. It's
That weak.
an effigy.
Oh.
Take a closer look. Who do you think it's supposed to be?
Santa Claus?
Think back. Deep into your
No, Santa Claus would be much more fat.
Yes. It's an effigy of you.
Oh, okay. I guess that makes sense. So this is the class of the character creation system. So you can pick your class. There's several different ones, all of which have different items at the start and different stats. You can see them on the lower right screen. We have the warrior, who has high strength and dexterity, and starts with a shield, some armor, and a broken sword. Knight, who starts with a big sword, but less strength and dexterity and more HP, so kind of a tanky character. Although he doesn't have a shield, which is kind of weird. Usually tanky characters have a shield. We also had the swordsman, who has 2 swords and just lots of dexterity. So if you want to dual wield weapons, this is your choice. Then we have the bandit, who has very poor armor. I mean, he looks like he picked this from a trash can. He also has I guess that's a hand axe and a bow. So if you want a ranged character at the beginning, you can choose him. Then we have the cleric, who has a big mace, some ropes, and starts with a miracle. So there's different kinds of spells in this game. There are miracles. Then there's sorceries, which is like magic. And I think there's also pyromancies. Pyromancery. We say it Finnish like pyromancery. So yes, pyromancies are fire spells and such things. There isn't a pyromancer class at the beginning, so I don't really know how that works in this game, but in the first one there was a pyromancer, and I guess they are just different kinds of sorcery now. Also, I think there is something called hex magic, which is both faith and intelligence based magic system. I don't really know about that, but yeah. Cleric has miracles, which are more support spells like heals and such. Sorcerers have more offense focused spells, I believe. Then we also have the explorer, who just has lots of extra items at the beginning. I don't really know what all those items are. I see some bombs, healing items, just some things. Also a ring, but they only start with a knife or a dagger, so that's not very good. And then we have the deprived, which is kind of like hard mode. So if you want, let's put it this way: if you want to make your game harder, then pick deprived. Also, if you don't really think you want any of these classes because of their stats, like bandit has 1 intelligence and 2 whatever that books that is. So the pro of deprived is that he starts with 6 in every stat. Also, his starting level is 1, and that means that when you raise your stats at the beginning, it's cheaper. So if you don't know what you want and you want your game to be slightly harder, then pick deprived, because he can be literally everything. You can make him to be whatever you want. I'm going to be picking Cleric, because when I played Demon's Souls, and I played it with my friends, there was 3 of us, we picked a Dexterity build. We had just lots of Dexterity, we relied on dodging at the beginning, and then we got a bow, and then we killed everything with the said bow. And when I played Dark Souls alone, I had a Pyromancer / strength build. So now I want to see what the miracles can do, because I have tested everything else, basically. So yes, Cleric. You also can choose, or get to choose, a gift, which is an item, or number of items. So you can choose to get a life ring at the beginning, which I think it gives you like 5% more HP, which is kinda nice if you want it. You can wear 4 rings, but you are probably going to get better rings quite soon. Maybe, if you know where to look. Human effigy, that is what the old lady gave us, so it allows us to return to human form, because we are cursed, which means that we are slowly turning undead. Or we are undead and we are slowly turning hollow. We can reverse that undead state back to us looking like we are human with the human effigy. It also increases our life. I will explain that later. We can choose an additional healing verse, so we get just a bunch of healing items at the beginning. Hollowed bones are like teleports that get you back to safety. So if you are... well, yeah. They just teleport back to you where you last rested. Those are pretty good, but I don't think you should waste your gift on these. Unless you are doing some kind of speedrun and you need extra homeward bones for something. Seed of a Tree of Giants. I don't remember what this does. I think this is a PvP item. I looked it up at one point, but I'm not sure what it does. Needed. I don't want it anyway, so... bleh. Bonfire Ascetic. If you want to make your game, again, harder, then you can pick this and use it on a bonfire. It makes enemies... I think it makes them as difficult as in New Game Plus, if I remember correctly. So if you want to make your game extra hard, pick Deprived and then take this. And then we have Petrified Something. I think all Dark Souls games have this one item that doesn't tell you, oh, it's just something, it doesn't do anything, but maybe someday it does something. So this is this game's that item. In Dark Souls 1 there was a ring that allowed you to speak to one NPC, I think. I don't know what this does, so I don't care. I'm going to pick the healing wares, because those are just good. Lots of healing. Do I really care? I mean, I don't really care. He even kinda looks like me, which is funny. So yeah, we are just going to go with that. I'm sure that's fine. Yes, this is my true self.
All people come here for the same reason. To break the curse.
You're no different, I should think.
No, I totally want to be undead and mindless.
Doesn't stand a chance. Well, you never know.
Well, thanks for the encouragement, old ladies. I mean, I have this huge mace.
And trot along to the kingdom.
I could just bash your faces in.
Remember, hold on to your souls. They're all that keep you from going hollow. Oh, I'll fool you no longer. You lose your souls. All of them. Over and over again.
That is going to happen, I assure you. These old ladies are really mean. I mean, they just keep laughing at you. Bricks. So, now we have our starting items as dictated by our class and our gift. And immediately I'm going to change my mace to there and my chime to there. I'm going to explain more of these in the next episode probably. Now I'm just going to go and do stuff. So if you come up here, you can get one more human effigy. And one of the bad things about starting with a cleric is that your starting weapon actually requires more strength than you actually have at the beginning. So you have to dual wield it in order to be able to use it. Because if you try to use it on one hand, then it's not going to be doing much. Bonfire lit. More stuff that we can pick up. We rest here. And I'm going to go and kill that troll now. Or at least try to. It shouldn't be too hard. Unless, of course, I fail miserably. But I shouldn't. I mean, I did this already. With this character. So everything should be fine. Do I have some kind of auto run? Because I don't really like this. Why are you automatically running? Did I actually do something? Did I press some button that I shouldn't have? I don't really like this. Why are you running all the time? Toggle auto. No, 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 no. Huh. Key bindings. This is really weird. Oh, didn't mean to do that. Well, for some reason my character is deciding that it's a good idea to run all the time, which can make this a bit more difficult. So, and immediately we get hit. It's okay. Hit him. Take a healing gem. Oh, that was a mistake. Don't get hit by that. Whatever you do, you absolutely need to avoid it. One more hit. Ah! No, dodge, you fool! Dodge! Oh. One more live gem. Oh, what? I'm sure I dodged that one. What? Ah, I'm doing really poorly. Also, don't get hit by him falling down. That can actually hit you. Just take a step back for now. Oof. And I don't really mind using all these life gems anyway. I really wish to know why I'm constantly running. I need to look into it after I finish up this episode. Ah! Ah, there we go. Dead. Phew. And he actually drops a really nice item, which is a ring that reduces enemy poison. Again, I will talk about that later. when we actually make it to the first real bonfire, let's say. When we are not in immediate danger and we have passed the tutorial area is what I mean. So I'm going to end this episode here. Which I think we accomplished something. We have seen all the stupid cutscenes and we killed the first monster, so yay, good for us. So rest here, and I'm going to look into this whole auto-running thing off camera, and we'll be back to here in the next episode. So thank you for watching, and I'll see you there.